everybody, my name's Fiona, this is Elio Moon Arts, and today I'm doing a project for Couture Creations. This is some of their die cuts out of their latest collection, which is the Vintage Tea collection. It's actually really pretty. I've got a couple of packets of these, so I'll just pop those ones away. And this is one of their books. Now I have taken some pages out of this. Absolutely beautiful, the pages. I'll just open some of this up so you can have a look. Some of them are missing because I've been using them. So you get 3 pages of each design. So number 2 is missing because that's what I'm using today. Let's go through these for you so you can have a good look. It's really pretty. And then when we get to the last part, up the back here, I'll just move some of my papers out the way, you have all of these lovely quotes and things. So you've got, I think you've got 3 pages of those as well. And this is the other side of the quotes. One really great pack, very usable, very user friendly. So this is the papers we're going to use today. I'm probably not going to use these today. I've created something else to go with our project, but today we are going to make a card box. So this is the prototype that I made. This is just so this is the one that I muck up and if I make mistakes on it, which I have, and that's okay. So this is one of them. And it's got a little insert. This one I haven't put anything in yet, and I didn't cover all the outside. I just wanted the bare bones. And this is our box. So you could actually put, I think, let me have a look. Here's just some plain cards that I brought from the Dollar Tree. I can't remember what size these ones. I want to say A5 maybe, something like that. C6, around that size anyway, but it's a standard card. Let me just measure it and I'll tell you what size this is. So this is 10.5 centimeters by 15 centimeters. So the actual, I'm going to do the whole length if I'm going to do that. So it's 21 centimeters by 15 centimeters, and obviously it's been folded in half. So you could store a heap of these in here if that's what you wanted, or you might have made some cards that are this size. They would also fit nicely into this. This is, like I said, this is just my prototype, so this one is not made as well as what the one is that we're going to make today. That was just my play around box to make sure it was going to work. Okay, so today we are going to need our scoreboard, a paper trimmer, some glue, and our papers, whatever papers you plan on using. I've already pre-cut mine, so you're going to need 2 pieces. So for our pattern papers, I'm just going to pull these apart for a minute so that you can see what I've got. These are all our decorative bits. Okay, so I'll give you the sizes of the papers that you're going to need. So you're going to need 2 pieces of pattern paper at 10.5 by 6.5. That's these ones. You're going to need another piece that is 6.5 by 6. Pretty sure that's this one. Let me double check just to make sure. Yeah, 6 by 6.5 it should be. Yep. So that's the patterned ones, and you'll also need pattern papers. You'll need 4 at 6 by 4. That's 4 of these at 6 by 4, and you'll need 2 pieces for the spine of your insert. So I don't know what I didn't put that. I didn't actually put the size of these ones down. So this one is about 1.5 inches by 6 inches. And this one will be about the same, about 1.5 by 6. So you need 2 of those. That's all you need of the pattern papers. Now we will need, now there's 2 ways you can do this. You can either cut one whole piece of contrasting paper. This one is called Charm, I'm pretty sure. Charm or Charmed by Couture Creations. You're going to need, I've done mine in 2 pieces, but because I was using up some of my scrap bits, but you could also do this as a whole piece. So the 2 pieces I used was 6 3/4 by 6 1/4. That's this one. Then I've got one that's 6 1/2 by 4 1/2. Or the other option is you can cut one piece that's 10 inches by 6 1/4 inches. That's the option that you can also go for. So now to our scoring. Because I've already pre-done all of mine, I will just give you the scoring measurements. So I'm just going to pop this here. So we'll go through them. So our first one are these 10 1/2 by 6 1/2 pieces. So you're going to pop them in your scoring board. You're going to do the 2 short sides and one of the long sides. And you're going to score them at 2 inches, and both of them will get done like that. Okay. Then you're going to grab your 6 inch by 6 1/2 inch, and you're going to score at 1 and 3. So that's your box part done. Then you're going to grab your coordinating coloured pieces, and you 6 3/4. So you're going to put your 6 3/4 piece at the top, so it'll be facing the top, and you're going to score at 1 and 3. And that's the total of our scoring for this project. Even if you decide to make, if you opt to do the 10 inch by 6 1/4 inch, the measurements for the scoring is still the same. So it's still 4 1/2 inches and 5 3/4 inches for the scoring. So that's this one. So this one is, did I say that wrong? I've given you the wrong measurements. So this is our 6 3/4 by 4 1/4. By 6 1/4. We're going to score at 4 1/4 and 5 3/4. So this is our 6 3/4 by 6 1/4. 6 3/4 will be at the top, and then we're going to score at 4 1/4 and 5 3/4. That's our top piece. Now, I'm going to put these two, I'm going to actually glue these 2 pieces into place first. So I'm just going to grab my glue, and I'm going to put glue up along this edge. Where's that gone to? Just need to pull that bit of glue off there. I haven't been in here this morning and done anything, so I just probably need to clear the little nozzle on here. Or not. It's not playing very well. Let's try this one. Probably need to buy some more of these from Couture Creations. So Couture Creations have these little nibs that go onto your bottle, and they have this stainless steel pin that goes into it. It just helps to keep your glue running really well, and it won't stick or rust. So I'm just going to put my glue up along this edge. So this is Couture Creations all-purpose glue, art glue. It's one of my favourite glues to use, actually. I find it really good. I've never had any dramas with it whatsoever, with it not sticking anything. It's very versatile. So then I'm going to turn this away from me, and I'm going to line this up. You've got a little bit of wiggle room, and I'm just going to make sure that's nicely lined up. Okay, so that will make our little insert to go inside, and we'll finish that off a bit later on. So I'm just going to pop that one to the side there. Now we are going to grab our 2 10 1/2 by 6 1/2 inch pieces. I will show you how I did this. So the first one, you see this little square here, we're going to cut both of those out on this one piece, and I normally cut just on the other side of the line when I can see it. and just on the other side of the line. So I'm cutting that whole square out. That we that's on one piece. I'm just going to fold that up. Now you can decide, this is a double-sided paper, so you can decide on which side you would like for your project. I think I'm going to have the green on the outside of this one. And this one, all I've done is I've turned it and faced it lengthways away from me. And I've just cut up each little square just on one side, because we're going to actually use that to help us make our box. I'm actually going to just cut that whole score line out, because I just find it actually it's easier to glue down when that whole score line's been cut out. So I'm just cutting that score line out. Okay, so we're going to do some more gluing. So we're going to grab this piece that we've got just the two cut ends. We're going to put some glue on, let me hold that properly, on this little square. Now you can decide on whether you have your square inside or outside of your box. I'm having mine inside. So I'm just going to flip that up and line it up. Make sure it's nice and square. Smush that down. Where's my binder folder? Here's one. So I'm just going to smush that down, making sure it gets some really good contact. I'm going to do the same on this end. So I'm just going to put some glue on this one here. Okay, I'm going to do the same again. I'm just going to fold this one around. I'm using my desk to keep it nice and straight. Tip it over and use my bone folder to really smush those pieces together. Not sure whether you can see that very well. Okay, so that's part of our box done. Now we're going to grab our other 10.5 by 6.5 inch piece, and we're going to, this flap here, going to place it inside the box, and we're going to join it to the box. And I'm going to put my glue on the inside of this one. I'm using a fair amount of glue, and I'm just making sure I get those corners really well, especially on this line here. Okay, so I'm just going to slide this in. Make sure it fits flush with the back of the box. Use my bone folder just to smush that in. Now I'm choosing to put these on the inside, but by all means you do not have to. So I've just got this on the side. Or I could, if I put it on the outside, which will work just as well, I have this and this on the other end. So the choice is yours. I'm choosing to go on the inside. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab my flaps. I'm just going to put a good amount of glue on. I'll put glue on both of them at the same time. Okay, I'm going to slip them up inside. Make sure they're nice and flush. My box. I'm just going to smush that one down. I'll flip it up and do the other one as well. Now, by all means, you could have lined this box if you wanted to. If you wanted to a little bit sturdier, yes, you could definitely have lined the inside of it. So this is our box essentially made. So the next part we're going to do is we're going to grab our 6.5 by 6 inch piece. So now you have a decision to make. You can use either this on the outside and have a contrasting, or you can use that. So I will glue this small flap to get glued inside of my box, and it'll come over like, maybe I won't, maybe I'll glue it to the back. No, I like it on the inside. So I'm going to glue this on the inside of my box, but now we have a decision to make. Do we want to have a pointed, so this one I've just left flat, but now we have to decide on whether we want it to look like an envelope or not. So if that's the case, I'm just going to fold this in half a little bit. I'm just going to crease it there. I'm going to grab my ruler and I'm going to go from the center out to the side. Maybe I'll just use my X-Acto knife. I'll just do it all at the one time. So I'm going to go from there, take it across. Just double checking my spot. Okay, just might put a mark there on this one. Okay, so now I'm just going to go like that. Just going to cut this piece off. And then to do this one, I'm going to flip it over, line it up, carefully just cut that piece off. Now we've got like a pointed piece. So I can either have it this green if I'd like, or I can flip it over the other way and have a contrasting colour, and I could have it like so. I'm not so fussed on this, so I'm going to keep mine as the green on the top for this in particular one, and because green is actually one of my favourite colours too. So here we go. So now I'm just going to put some glue on this piece here. Around the edges, sit through the centre. Turn my box around, decide on which is my front and which is my back. They're pretty similar. I'll pop this in. Just make sure I've got that lined up at the back. I'm happy with that. Yep. Then I'm going to grab my bone folder and just smush it down on the inside, and that'll give it a little bit of security. That is essentially our box done. But I took it a little bit further than that. So now we have our other piece that we glued together. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to grab our 4" by 6" pieces. Now you can choose to use the pink. I'm going to use the green. So I'm going to use, I might use one of the pink pieces on the inside, maybe this piece on this side, so that somebody can write a sentiment if they wanted to write something on there. It's not really what I'm going to do with these. I've got another idea entirely, and I'll show you that soon. So this one we're going to sort of put some glue on, and we're sort of going to center it onto our piece of work. Maybe not that one, I'll leave that one aside because that's the other one. Yep, this one will do. I might use this one on the back. So I'm going to use this piece on the back. Just going to sort of center it so we get a nice little border around it. So this piece of cardstock, the name of it is called Charming or Charmed, one of those two. I think this piece we'll use on the front, like so. because I think that's really pretty. Do I? Yeah, no, I'll use this piece on the front. Sorry about that. I just had a... Okay, let's flip this over. Yep, that's the right way up, and we'll just center that one onto here. I'll try and have the same amount all the way around. That's as good as I can get it today. Okay, let's use my bone folder to smush it down a bit. Okay, so now we're going to grab one of our 1.5 inch pieces. I might like this one through here. Okay, so same again, just put some glue on there. Adhere it to your project. So this actually makes this box really lovely and sturdy. Our centerpiece on, leaving a little bit of space between it. Okay, and I just push that one down. Okay, so that's the front of it done. Now we're going to do the same on the inside. Actually, I might be able to do it like that and then have this one down the spine. Okay, that looks like it's going to work for me, and then you can write a sentiment up the top. Okay, so we're going to do the same again on the inside. So just center it onto your piece as best you can. Smush it down, do our center bit. Okay. One last piece to go. I'm just going to take that little sticker off there. You could actually just use a glue stick to stick this down if that's what you desired. You don't have to use a liquid glue at all. I just like this one because it's got a really good, has a really good hold. I've yet to have any of my pieces fall to bits since I've been using this, which is always nice. Okay, I'm going to put this one this way as well, and we'll just center it on there. Okay, so we've essentially finished doing this, but I have chosen, so that makes this really nice and sturdy. I've chosen so that it'll come in and out, and so this fits into our box like so. These would be great to send mail and stuff in, and that's what I'm going to be using mine for. So I'm going to grab my hole punch. I'm just going to eyeball it, and I'm just going to push it in as far as it'll go onto my punch. Sort of same again, just sort of center it up with the other one. Okay, so I've put 2 holes in it, and I'm just going to grab, I've got some ribbon here, I've just got this little bit of pink ribbon. So I'm just going to go this way, in through the top and back down. Okay, untwist the ribbon if you can. This one round, just turn that over. Not that it really matters that much. I'm just going to bring it around. I'm going to grab a piece. I don't want it tied off too tight, because that would defeat the purpose that I was after it for. I'm just going to put a little bow in there. Straighten up my bow a little bit. Pull that back out again. Okay, so there we have our little handle for our piece. So now this will go into the box like so, and we can pull this out. Just makes it nice and easy to grab it out. Now, some other things that I've been thinking about doing to this box is, so I bought a few things in. So this piece here, it's lovely and sturdy. I have these handmade faux flower buttons that I've made. You could actually stick some of these. So let me just take these out of the packaging that I've got them in 2 seconds. So I could just add a little bit of double-sided tape, pop a couple of those in. What else have I got here? I've got this little bag that's got just little tiny little doilies. I could pop that in there. I've got just some die cuts. You could pop some die cuts in there. Close it all up, pop it in your box, and there's plenty of room in there to do lots of little things. So if you wanted to, you could create pockets to go in here, so you can slip things into pockets. I've just left it very plain, but like the sky's the limit with what you could really do with this. I just thought it was a little bit cute. Now, the other thing that I am going to do with this one, now that I've showed you that, so I'm going to put this on here. I'm just going to find my bit of Velcro. I don't have any Velcro dots, I don't think. No, I've got sticky dots. But I do have this, which is just some Velcro. So what I'll do is I'll join 2 pieces together. This is my trick for doing it. And this is got sticky stuff on the other side of it. So I join them together, cut off a bit that I would like to use, pull off one side, pop it on the top of my box, pull off the other one. And I'm going to pop it down. Just take this one out, and I'm just going to go my bone folder and push down on the one on the outside. And then I'll flip this one over and I'll smush it down as well so it stays there. So now it's got a little thing that'll keep it closed. The other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to create something to go on the front. So I've done a few bits. So I've got these rosettes, which I could probably add one of these to the front of it, which would look quite nice. Not so sure I want quite that much bulk. Also got this one. You could do something else with it. But I made this one. So this is just a circle of cardstock. And then I've got a little bit of ribbon that I've added around there. And I've got these flowers. Where have I put them? They're over here. Now, let me grab them. So these are the flowers that I brought. I got these from Kmart. what I did was I actually pulled them apart. So what I did was I cut this off, took off that plastic bit, and I took this centerpiece out and I snipped it all the way back so that it was flat, because I wanted this to sit flatter on my piece of work. So, and then I just added a bit of glue to each layer and glued them back together. I must confess though, I did use some quick dry adhesive. So I used this Couture Creations quick dry adhesive, and then I just let them sit until it was totally dry. So these, now you could put this on with Velcro if you chose. I'm going to actually glue mine on. Just going to decide on which way I want it. Yep. So because it's still only paper to paper, I'm just going to use just the all-purpose art glue by Couture Creations. Okay, pop that there. Okay, I'm just going to open that up, push that down on there firmly. I'll just flip it over. Just run our foam folder over it slightly. There we have it. And I think what I'll do, just so that you get to see what this is going to look like. Now, there's lots of options you could do with this. I'm just going to glue mine in. So I'm going to, here's my other ones that I had before. Okay, this. So I'm going to use this one. And I might put that one down. Turn it up the right way, Fiona. So I can put these in. And I've got these little charms that I created. Some more of those here, yep. So I would just put a little bit of, I'll just cut up a piece of card of some sort to attach these to. Okay, I've got a few different sorts here, and I do like to put like this stuff that I've actually handmade myself. You could do, this one's a little paper clip, so I could probably pop that on the side of our card here. So I can pop this on this side. And it's just got a little piece of paper in that you can write something on. Pop that there. This one has got a bit of, what do they call them? The little wax seal things, but this one's actually a glue seal. So we've got this one we could pop in here. Pop these couple over here. If you were to put a pocket on, you could just slide a few bits in your pockets. Like you could still fit, I could still fit these in, so I could put that in, put these on top. Just use a bit of double-sided tape, pop them on top. Use a bit of double-sided tape on these, pop them in there. And then that will fit directly, oops, let's put that back in there. So that will fit directly into our box. So it's a great way to gift things, especially if you're a creator and you like to create things and share them with other people, as I do. I've also, once I get myself sorted, I'm trying to get up my website, but over on my Facebook page, Fiona Elliott, or Elio Moon Arts, whichever one you want to go to. You can go to either of those. I will be having some of these hand created things. So this is just a pack of die cuts, just a few different ones. It's got some really small letters and numbers in it as well. I don't know what I've got on those at the moment. There's a few other bits and pieces in there, but I've got a few of those. I've got the doily ones. I've got these flowers that are up for sale. I may even put one of these onto one of these rosettes and have a couple of those in a packet for sale. So these packs are $4 plus postage. These ones I'll probably have 2 in a pack and they'll be $4 plus postage. These ones with all the die cuts, I think there's die cut envelopes and things in there as well. Yeah, probably about the $4 mark as well. So This one's got some sewing type die cuts. So we've got a few of those. If you're interested at all, I might even just take some photos of them and put them in my Ko-fi shop. But like I said, these ones are probably $3 with just the small die cut doily things in them. Yeah, but these are really cute and really easy to use. So that was my idea of what I was going to do with this lovely Couture Creations vintage tea collection. And I think this has turned out really sweet. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Keep an eye out over the next few months for some changes that are coming along, and I'll add them into my videos as I go along. Yeah, there's a few things coming up. Okay guys, have a great day, take care, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.